The checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.
In January 2025, construction cost index decreased by 3.2% compared to the previous month, while it increased by 5.9% compared to January 2024, according to the preliminary data from the National Statistics Office of Georgia. The residential segment index decreased by 2.2% compared to the previous month and increased by 9.3% compared to the same month of the previous year. The non-residential segment index decreased by 9.3% compared to the previous month and by 2% compared to the same month of the previous year. The civil segment index decreased by 2.2% compared to the previous month and increased by 5.4% compared to the same month of the previous year. In January 2025, construction cost index decreased by 3.2% compared to the previous month. The change was mainly due to a 21.3% decrease in average monthly nominal wages of employees in the construction sector. Compared to January 2024, construction cost index increased by 5.9%. The latter was largely caused by the 22.2% increase in average monthly nominal wages of employees in the construction sector and by the 3.6% increase in the prices of construction materials, which contributed 3.47 and 2.28 percentage points to the total index change, respectively. Along with this, the construction cost index posted an 80.85% increase compared to February 2022. The Pension Agency published a report for February 2025, according to which the amount mobilized in the pension fund currently amounts to 6.4 billion lari, of which 1.54 billion lari is accrued interest on pension assets. In addition, the Pension Agency statistics show how many people have already benefited from the accumulated pension. According to the report, since the transition to the new pension system from January 1, 2018 to 2025, a total of 17,085 people have benefited, to whom a total of 70.6 million lari was issued, which made up 4.132,000 lari per beneficiary. In February 2025, 856 people received a funded pension, and the amount issued to them averaged 5,607 lari. An additional 300 children with autism spectrum disorder will receive rehabilitation service through the Tbilisi City Hall program. During a municipal government meeting, Tbilisi Mayor Kaladze announced that these changes would take effect on April 1. Kaladze emphasized the city's ongoing commitment to supporting children with autism spectrum disorder by regularly updating the program. The latest adjustment aligns with the upcoming World Autism Awareness Day, observed on April 2 annually. The mayor further revealed that the budget for this year's Tbilisi City Hall program has increased to 11 million lari starting in April. 2,400 children and youth will benefit from 20 sessions of specialized therapy provided by multidisciplinary team. The number of service provider institutions has also expanded, with the 11th organization joining the program in January. At the time of program's launch in July 2015, it included only 2 institutions and served 325 children with a budget of 500,000 lari. Since then, the program has grown annually, which increased funding and a larger number of beneficiaries, he stated. In February 2025, Georgia's official international reserve assets decreased by 202 million USD and amounted to 4.23 billion USD. Natia, president of National Bank of Georgia, noted that the NBG itself did not intervene in the foreign exchange market in January and February. In addition to activities of the National Bank of Georgia, the Georgian government also had an impact on the reserves, since external debt serving was carried out precisely from foreign exchange reserves. According to Treasury Ministry of Finance, from January 1 to March 11, 2025, 359 million lari was spent on serving central government's external debt, which is over 127 million USD. However, in addition to central government, the activities of state-owned companies also have an impact on foreign exchange reserves, and their servicing of external debts could also have an impact on the reserves. Detailed debt serving statistics for this sector are not available at this time. During 2025, the government will spend 2.2 billion lari on serving external debt, which is equivalent to 783 million USD. Georgian wines were tasted within the Wine Warsaw Expo 2025 framework, the largest brewery industry trade fair held on March 11 in Poland. At the seminar organized by People Peer, a contractor company of Georgian National Wine Agency and Polish Wine Magazine, wines produced by 10 companies were displayed. Wine Warsaw Expo is a unique event dedicated entirely to the wine industry, bringing together professionals, producers, importers, and wine enthusiasts from around the world. Poland is among top 5 exporter countries of Georgian wines. With financial support from National Wine Agency, Georgian wine tasting seminars will be held in Poland for wine professionals, wine traders, and consumers throughout the year. The obligation to obtain a license for tobacco production in Georgia, which came into effect on January 1, 2025, will be postponed until January 1, 2026. The issue of extending the licensing deadline by 9 months has already been initiated in Parliament. In July of last year, Parliament passed a law making tobacco production license activity and imposing certain requirements on tobacco manufacturers. The license fee for tobacco production was set at 50,000 lari. Companies seeking a license were required to establish a specialized laboratory where tobacco products would be tested to ensure compliance with government-defined standards. The initiators of the postponement cite issues related to setting up these laboratories as the main reason for the delay.
The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.